Hey all, J-Man here. I just wanted to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hello, Legionnaires. Welcome to the Dazzler stream. Okay, we're covering 4 issues of Dazzler tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. These are always just, for fun streams, which is mostly what I do now. No more of these like, let's, bag on stuff streams. We're just going to have fun tonight. This is episode 8 of Dazzler's live stream. We're covering issues 29 through to 32 tonight. So it's going to be, we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Let's talk about what's going on really quickly. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be on the Action Elite Live talking about 2 masterpieces, Kickboxer and Bloodsport. And if you've seen those movies, then you know they're masterpieces. Look, I love Van Damme, so we're just going to leave it at that. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be on the Action Elite. That's going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Friday is Fantastic Fridays. Jack Kirby and Stan Lee's Fantastic Four. Every Friday up until at least the first 102 issues, which is the Jack Kirby issues. We're covering 4 more. It's episode 19 of Fantastic Friday. So looking forward to talking about these. Ben Grimm has been brainwashed and his fight and his friends. It's going to be a lot of fun on Friday talking about that cool stuff. We also got Saturday. So this Saturday is going to be the first episode of Imperious Rex. Now this is the stream that I wanted to do with Clobberin Times. Sean's going to join me, of course. So Clobby wanted to come on with us and do this. We never got a chance to do it. So it was his birthday the other day. He would have been 60 had he not passed away recently. So we're gonna keep his memory alive, and we keep it alive every Monday with the Legion live stream, of course. But we're gonna do this in the way he liked to do it, and I've made the thumbnail to sort of honor his memory with the way he arranges comics. Is actually his thumbnail, that bottom section, and then I added my kind of flair to it to the sides. So I'm looking forward to doing that with Sean. We're going to be talking about the Fantastic Four. So Fantastic Four number 1 came out August 1961. My birthday's in August. Clobby's birthday's in August. So it just feels like the right time to start. And we're going to look at every comic that came out in that month, DC and Marvel. We're going to go through every comic that came out, and we're going to do every month until we're dead. So there you go. All righty. Let's give a shout out to the members here. We got Dan, Sean, Stephen, Brennan, Mark D with a C, RR, Philip Story, and Digger Jim. And of course, we always thank Clobberin Times, Mike Alonzo, who's our forever buddy and our Legionnaire for life. So thank you. All right. Let's bring in my co-host for this show. I've got what do I got here? We're gonna give you the Army of Darkness intro, because that's my standard special guest intro.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Hey, there you. Yep, I've got all of those too. I'm looking forward to doing them.
Was ready to go.
Yep. Let's say hello to the people in the chat.
What's up, everybody?
FK was here. Dazzler, yes.
FK8?
Skeptics here, yes. Hey,
Skeptic.
Cap Collectibles, buddy. Thank you.
Rich.
Scotty's in the chat as well. Make sure you're subscribed to S182. The link is pinned in the chat. Clobberin Times, happy birthday. Yeah, let's put a CT. We could put a CT. Let's put it in. We'll put it in. Why not? Hey. So CT's for Clobberin Times. That was my buddy. You didn't get a chance to meet Clobberin Times. He passed away recently.
Yeah, I was sad to hear that.
Yeah, he was. I mean, the only reason I'm even doing Legion of Superheroes is through him, because he loved it so much. And then I was like, okay, let me try this. And then I loved it so much. And then we were streaming. He was on every stream of mine. It's like 2 or 3 times a week, and then I'd go on his, and then we were doing Fantastic Four together, and it was really sad and literally, like, I'm sitting there waiting for the link. Like, this is how bad it was. I'm sitting there, I'm like, we're going live today. I knew something was off because I always message him, like, and he immediately returns my messages.
Yeah.
And I sent him some pictures of a Star Trek thing I was doing. And then I was like, he's not, I thought maybe he's busy. And then I thought, he's not sending me the link. We're supposed to go live. I'm like, he hasn't sent anything. I said, something's wrong. Like, this guy's like punctual. I was like, something's wrong. And yeah, it was crazy. So anyway,
sorry, man.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm August 18th. So Clobby was August 11th. I'm the 18th. The Fantastic Four.
Nice.
I don't know what year I don't know what day it came out. It was August. Fantastic Four #1, and we're going to be doing the on sale dates. So do you know about that? Do you know Mike's Amazing World of Comics? Have you seen that website?
No, I have not. What's up with that?
Oh, it's a website that has every comic book that's ever come out. You can do on sale date. You can do cover date. It's an archive of every comic book ever. It tells you who wrote it, like all the credits.
What's the name of this?
It's amazing. I'm gonna, I'll show it to you on here. Hold on a second. Mike's Amazing World of Comics.
Okay.
This is it right here. I'll put the link in the chat.
Awesome.
Hey, Joe Dog. So this is it right here. And if you go I don't know what you want to do. Like, you go newsstand, you click on the newsstand, and you look on sale. So I'm going to do August.
So would this be like a really good way for people to find out their birthday book?
Oh, 100%. What's your birthday?
April 3rd, 1982.
So April 1982. You want on sale?
Sure, go with that.
So on sale, not the cover date, right? Or do you want the cover date?
No, go with on sale.
So on sale in April of 1982, I'll exclude the collections and I'll exclude variants. And I'll say click filter. Here's everything that came out.
Nice.
There you go. I'll put this in the private chat if you want. Here, I'll put it in the private chat so you can have your birthday.
I see some good stuff on there. We got first. Oh, man, there's some really good stuff.
Yeah, 2000 AD, baby. Wow. Oh, man. Action
Avengers,
Comics.
That classic Avengers cover.
221. Yeah, this one with the faces here. Yes. Yep. Oh, my God. I had this one, buddy. I have this one. Oh, my God.
We both have that Dazzler.
We both have Dazzler. Yeah.
The Absorbing Man cover.
I've got this one. So if you click on it, on the cover, it'll then take you and show you all the stats.
I have a few of these as well. That's awesome. Yeah, some of these are really cool.
There you go. So yeah, check out the website. I mean, it's awesome. So we use it all the time for stuff. All right, let me put my ad blocker on. Where's my ad blocker? There we go. So there you go. I'm older than you by a few months. At Scotty. There you go.
Awesome.
You got a Bugs Bunny collect. Oh, nice.
What's up,
I like
Joe?
Bugs Bunny.
Congrats on that Bugs Bunny collector glass. That's awesome.
All right, let me take a look here. We're doing Dazzler number 29. Where's my Dazzler notes here? I've got so many notes going. It's just insane. Dazzler, here we go.
Really cool covers for tonight's book.
Yes. So here's this next entire batch all has these really neat.
Like Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz, yeah.
I never can say his name correctly, but
Sienkiewicz, yeah.
That's who does most of the covers, I believe, for tonight's issues. Check this out, though. This is awesome. I love this the opening panel here. Whatever you call it. It's really cool.
Yeah, the first page here, nice. Fame, I'm gonna live forever. Jim Shooter. Frank Springer, Jim Shooter. Booyah. Frank Springer, penciler, Vince Coletta. Vince Coletta, the eraser. And Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid himself.
Yes. I forgot all about this one. We actually do. We have Ralph Macchio's for real in this book.
Oh, yes. That's the other thing, too. Yeah, is this the one that has the cameos in it? Yeah.
Yeah. He's throughout this whole comic book because I had to go back and reread this so I could remember. But there's like a lot of inside jokes with the staff at Marvel, and you got a lot of Ralph Macchio, Karate Kid, in this book. So it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, it's not. Now, chat. We're just joking. It's not. It's not actually. It's not the Karate Kid Ralph Macchio. It's a different. Just in case they're like, wait a minute, did Ralph Macchio? Is he the? No, it's not him. It would have been. It would have been funny if you would have. If they would have. Well, Karate Kid actually, they had to pay royalties to DC Comics because the Karate Kid is a Legionnaire. He came out before that movie, so they had to pay them.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, so we've got Dazzler here. Now, remember we had her sister. Was introduced. Lois was her sister.
Yep. Also a mutant.
Also a mutant as well. Alison Blair and Robert Redford. Dun dun dun. Passion.
It starts off like these panels. It's talking about. I don't know. When I first reread this, I was like, "What's going on? She's not rich." But it turns out it's just a dream. She's having a fantasy about her being rich and having these cards and all this luxurious service, and it's all a daydream. She's by the pool asleep.
Yeah, I love that it's like International Express. That's funny.
Yeah,
yeah. Her and Robert Redford are in movies and stuff, and it's like, oh, wake up, Allie. It's like, oh, that's her sister. That's Lois.
Yep. Talking about she's expressing how she dislikes being a mutant and how it has affected her life, and it's showing some flashback panels right here of how she burned this guy in the alley, and he ended up having a heart attack due to that and passed away. And she ended up using her powers accidentally on a cat. So flashing back to some things that terrified her.
Yeah. So we covered these issues in previous, so we don't need to really go over it too much. This all happened. This is just to catch readers up. Joe Dog, you came from Tuesday. From Geeks and Gamers to here. Wow, thanks, man. Hey, if we can get some other people from that audience over here.
Yeah, cool.
I'll take 1/5 of that audience. Okay, so I know how you feel, and then she's kind of explaining the stuff with Rogue. Now, this was the Rogue battle. Actually, that was a really cool battle.
It was awesome.
That was actually a good battle, and I like the way he's drawn in these. She looks good here. I like her face.
Oh, I really like that second one. The second one down's awesome.
Okay, so again, a little bit of a backstory, which we covered already, so we're not going to get too into details. Again, backstory with Allie's father. Yes. And how and the mother and what transpired in their relationship and how Lois came into the picture. So
yeah, he's sort of abusive. He had an anger problem.
Yeah. All right. So they're all kind of hugging each other for support. It's just to get. I don't know if this was supposed to be a jumping on point.
I think this is the beginning of a new arc, and they're kind of just flashing back to catch new readers up.
Mm-hmm.
But this is funny. This is really funny because we're gonna meet this this famous rock star of the age back then. But he starts off, as you can see, this is what he looks like before he gets ready and puts on his wig. He's just like this big fat bag of flesh with glasses and bald, and then you'll see by the next page what he actually looks like after he gets ready. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's quite the transformation.
Yeah, so this guy's getting ready. Okay, you're like, okay, who's this guy? What's he going to be?
It's weirdo. I thought it was going to be like another mutant, like a weird mutant.
Right. And then but shoes.
It's actually a famous rock star, and that's what he looks like when he's not.
There he is.
But boom, there he is. I forget his name. It's Roman Broken off.
Yeah, we're gonna get that. Hey, Chris, how's it going?
What's up, Chris?
Thanks for joining us. Make sure everyone subscribe to Chris. The link to his channel is in the description of this video, plus all my videos. He is in all my videos.
We'll be showing off some new comic books tomorrow over on Chris's channel at 7 p.m. So if you pick up new comic book day books, come join us.
I'm gonna try. I've got a stream. So I'm helping my buddy get his channel going. So every Wednesday, and the only day he can stream is Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So I'm gonna try to come tomorrow. I have some stuff to show, but it's one of those things where I gotta leave like 7:40, 7:45 because I have to help my buddy do his stuff. So I don't like imposing limits though. That's my only. I feel like hey guys, I'm just showing up to show my crap, and then I'm leaving, and I just feel like
he just wants you to be there. It's
yeah,
all good.
I know everyone's cool with it, and they know me. But anyways, we'll see if I'm going to try to go tomorrow and I couldn't go today to get comics. All right, let's continue. It's Elvis. You're right.
Yeah. Basically, it's like an Elvis type character for back in the day. So this rock star guy, and it's just sort of showing the lifestyle that he lives and the way that everybody caters to him.
Yeah, and, what was his name? It was Roman.
I know it's Roman
Nekoba or something. Nekoba.
It's something weird.
It's Nek. Yeah, we'll call him Roman. It's Nekoboh. Nekoba. That's a weird. I don't think that guy would have made it. It's not Roman Polanski. Stop it, FKH. Although I'm thinking about grabbing Tess of the D'Urbervilles, or it's just called Tess, Roman Polanski's movie based on Thomas Hardy's novel, because I just watched a version of it, so I was gotta watch his version. And Rosemary's Baby's a classic, but we're not gonna promote Roman. Anyways, okay, so he sees. Now it is mentioned that he's losing some of his money, though. I believe that his wealth is in question, right?
His accountant, that's his accountant that comes in, and he's actually telling him, like, dude, you're broke. You've got to stop the spending. It's excessive. And he's just making jokes at everything. He's not taking it seriously. He's like, I can just put out another hit song and that's going to solve all our problems. And then he sees Allison on the cover of Blast magazine. And so he wants to know who this is. And then it cuts back over to Allison in a nice little pose. I love that panel. Just a beautiful good girl pose layout. This
is why everyone's here. This is why nobody gives a crap about you and me. All they care about is this right here. This is why everyone's showed up for this stream. So
it's pretty much mandatory. You have to have at least a few panels like this in each Dazzler comic book.
Oh, I mean, come on, yeah. All right. Okay, so Dazzler's having her little shoot here. Here he comes. Whoa, Roman. Oh my God, I'm going to faint. I touched him. Oh my God, over here, Roman. Oh.
They have no idea what he really looks like.
Yeah, it's Roman Reigns. Should be Roman. No, it's not Roman Reigns.
The way they're acting.
All right, so he's met Allie here.
Yeah, he introduced it, and he's coming on strong too. Like he's really putting it on strong because he's head over heels for Allison from the get-go. He wants to win her over. So he's really laying it on smooth.
Yeah, he's like right in there. Hey, Allie, baby, what's going on? Moments later, outside. Hey, Allie, let's take a stroll here. So he goes and just buys a car.
Yeah, just randomly. Takes her into a dealership and kind of explains that he was poor when he was a kid and that he always dreamed of being able to just walk into a dealership and do that. So he just randomly buys the car and they take off.
Yep. Just put it on my bill. All right.
Yeah, just throw it on the tab.
So now they're going up to this little hideaway here. And the Hollywood Hills right there. Look at the car here.
In the new ride.
Let's go to my jet.
Yep, they pull up to he gets bored with the car, so he's like, I'm bored with this. Let's hop in my private jet. And they hop on, and he's got his pilot whose name is Harvey Hack something.
Yeah, Smiling Hack. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hathaway.
Yes, Hathaway. But he is piloting them in the private plane.
Anne Hathaway's brother.
Yeah.
And or it could be Anne Hathaway's father if the time, depending on the timeline. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get in an airplane. Okay, cool. And Allie's like, wow, this is crazy. I have to admit, this is fun, Roman. Why we legends have our moments, don't we? Cheers. It's like, okay. Syracuse?
Yeah, blue and orange.
Is it blue and orange? Okay.
Yeah, they're the orange men, but their colors are blue and orange.
All right. So you've got the jet. Now it's been you're like, okay, so you're like, where is this going, right? Because realistically, you're like, okay, I mean, I got it. Like, okay, like this guy's kind of whining and dining her, but then all of a sudden it's like, this guy's a crazy. What the hell? Like,
he's coming on to her pretty strong once he gets her in the jet. He's trying to get her drinking and everything. And then out of the blue, though, they're getting attacked. They start getting attacked by this jet. They're like taking fire.
Yeah. So here's it's like, it was more like futuristic-y looking or whatever.
Yep.
Holy shit, he's coming back.
Why in the world would and like, that's what I'm wondering when I start reading this. Like, why would anybody be after them?
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. Hang on back there. We got to get out of here. So they're taking damage. Like, look at this crap. They're getting thrown around.
Yeah, it knocks him out. He's out cold.
Yeah, he's out. So now what's Dazzler going to do, right? So they've got this, like cassette or no, I guess like audio system or whatever.
Yep.
I'll turn it up all the way. This stereo ought to supply me with enough energy to laser blast this window out. And once I do that, I'll have the wind and engine noise to work with. So she can use the wind and engine noise as well to really like amp her powers up.
Right. And Hack says, he's like, we're in a time of crisis, and she decides to cut the radio up now because he doesn't understand that she's a mutant and what she's doing. But
right.
She also cuts the stereo up to full blast.
All right. So here you go. Boom. I've got him in my sight space. This pass will do it.
Blasting on him.
Closer. Now, so like you can see, she stored it all up.
Yep. For one big blast.
And then boom, right through. This is crazy. Okay, so let's take a look at this bit. Unfortunately, I can't show it all.
But it's an amazing demonstration of her ability, though.
Yeah, like so I don't know if can you see my mouse? My green mouse?
Yeah, I can see it.
So she's like in here shooting out here, and then look at the damage. Like it's like the entire damn like aircraft is like just like it's like dismantled.
Can you imagine seeing that kind of power in real life? Like what that would look like? It'd be
it's crazy,
devastating. So just a small sample of her powers.
Yeah, Dazzler strikes back. Part 2, and then she gets her hand cut off at the end and learns to her father. No, that's a different strike back thing. It's not Dazzler strikes back.
Projects light out of a little peg hand.
It'll be Age of Apocalypse Dazzler, like no hand or whatever, and then she can still shoot. She can still shoot the hand. Wasn't it cool? Just as a side note, wasn't it cool? You saw Deadpool Wolverine, right?
Oh yeah, I definitely did, man. That was one of my favorite cameos.
That was the damn freaking bad, dude. I was actually thinking, like, oh man. I was like, I wonder, because I know you're an X-Men guy. I was like, oh, yo, dude, that was awesome.
Oh, it was awesome, man. That was probably awesome. My second favorite overall. My very first favorite, believe it or not, was Deadpool 2099. Just because I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed Deadpool 2099 a lot, and I
never read that.
Oh, I was not expecting in a million years to see Deadpool 2099, but we got to see her, and it was cool.
I mean, did they miss any dead? I don't think they missed. They didn't. I feel like they didn't miss anyone. Did they miss anyone? Like they did because there's so many, but they got mostly every important. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
All right, so they nailed. Okay, so the ship just got incinerated.
Blast them, so they go down. They're crashing.
Like they're dead. Well, no, they parachuted out.
She's got to run. She runs back and checks on Hack because he actually catches a bullet to the chest.
Yeah. Now you actually don't see you don't see blood too often in these.
Yeah.
But yeah, West Coast Con.
Right. Yeah, that's but what I thought was cool is check these out. They actually gave I can't remember. It says the artist's name, but they gave this artist the opportunity to draw Dazzler and freaking absolutely killed it. Who's the artist? So
it says here, got a number of requests to give Superstar, Micronauts, Penciler, Butch. Oh God, I'll never.
Geis.
Yeah, Geis. A shot at drawing Dazzler, mostly Butch himself.
Check these pictures out, y'all. Check out this cowboy picture. The next one.
Oh my God. Yeah,
that's awesome. That one. Like, that's awesome. And then there's one more, I think, too. Yeah. Boom, right there.
These are awesome.
Yeah, really good.
All right. All right, so we're back. So now we're going to the next issue. So let me now again another very kind of neat cover. And let me see what I got here. So I got.
I know there are quite a few Sienkiewicz collectors in the community. If you are a collector of his artwork, all 4 of these covers, I believe, are his.
Now, Ralph Macchio does appear in this one. This is the one that he appears in.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's the funniest cameo that we're not going to see too many star-studded appearances as far as superheroes tonight. We will see a few, but we're going to get Ralph Macchio. So
yeah, and this was funny because I was reading this issue in preparation for tonight, and I didn't finish it. Like I mean, I was reading it, and then my wife was like, "Oh, let's go for a walk or something." I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I put the issue down, and we went for a while. I put it halfway through, so I put it down, and I said, I was like, "Oh, this one's kind of like a bit of a goofy, it's a bit fillery. No, there's not really any action going on." And then I came back down and I opened the comic, and the next page is the creature thing that we're gonna see, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was just saying, where's the action in this book? And then the very next page, I just stopped. Dude, I haven't read these in 100 years. Like they may as well be brand new. Like,
me either. When I reread them, it's like I'm reading them for the first time again because I forget what's going on. I forget most of the little details. And it was really fun when I reread this to see the staff at Marvel really kind of poking fun at each other in this book and poking fun at certain people. But this is a fun issue. Sydney Sweeney as anyone. Absolutely.
Yeah. Sydney Sweeney could play Professor X, and I'll say that's great casting.
Yeah. I love your bald head and everything else.
No, she wouldn't be bald. She would just look the same, but just sitting in a wheelchair. And you're like, okay. I'm Professor X. Okay, sure. Okay, so continuing from last issue here. Again, it's now we've got Ken McDonald as the scripter, Frank Springer as penciler, Vinny the eraser, Coletta as inker, and the rest. And we got Ralph Macchio as absent. So they actually Jim Shooter, absent chief. So it's so funny acting at it. So it's like absent because that's part of the story.
Yeah, because they're actually in the story. You guys, you'll see in a minute.
You'll see them. Yeah.
But the plane's going down. She's tending to Hack right here, and that's where we start off.
Yeah. All right, let's go check on Roman.
Yep, she got to check on Roman now. He got knocked out in the midst of all of this.
Yeah. I'm Roman Nekoba.
And they realize that there's no real way to get out of this situation. He doesn't know how to fly the plane. He's just a dumb celebrity. So he does say, we do have 2 parachutes, but there's 3 of them. So basically what she's going to do is Roman's going to take one, and she's going to strap up Hack, and she's going to hold on to Hack, and they're all going to jump out.
And the way that she does this is kind of interesting. This is like Temple of Doom style here.
Yeah.
No one's flying the plane.
I was actually wondering how she was going to do it because Hack took a bullet to the chest. So I was thinking she was just going to dip and leave him behind. But she's a better person than me because she was like, no, we're going to strap Hack up. Even though he took the bullet, we're strapping him up. And she took him with him. So
she's going to take both parachutes just for herself, just in case one doesn't work. I'm taking both. No, so she gets Roman out. So Roman will be all right. So she drags Hack here, puts the parachute on him, and holds on to him. And this is pretty crazy. So they jump out, going down. The plane's done. Yep. They see the okay. So hold on a second. What is she doing here? She's trying to. You got lost a lot of blood.
She uses her power. She wants to get the attention of any emergency personnel. So she starts. She starts using her powers as like a strobe light, and it catches the attention of police. It does work. So
yeah, it's like check this. It's like whoa, check this slate.
Yeah, she uses her powers as like a what's it called? What are those guns that you shoot off?
Like a flare gun kind of a thing.
Yes, she uses her powers like flares, which is cool. We haven't seen that before.
No, that is neat. So okay, it's like hospital. Let's go, emergency. And you look at him here. He's like, hey, sitting down, like it's all good to go, and they're
Yeah,
bringing
the
him
hospital
stuff.
staff's tending to him. He's like one of the Beatles, just living it up.
It's like do some autographs for me. Sure, here you go. Hey, Bobby.
What's up,
Disco
Bobby De La
Powers.
Ghetto? What's going on, man? Covering
Decided they landed where Cannibal Holocaust takes place. They landed. No, it's like not Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
That's what. That's Chris. I thought that right there. That was based on Chris at the hospital. That's what
absolutely.
he does. Yeah.
Legend has it. That is what Chris does.
He's John Lennon. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? It's all good. So, all right. So she comes in now. This is Lois's father, right?
Yes. Sort of. They both fear him. He's been an alcoholic. He's been an angry guy, abusive. But
yeah. So when Allison's mother, we this was covered in previous streams.
Earlier on, yeah.
Allison's mother went off, and then met with this guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then had Lois. So that's how that was. So this guy is also a like agent, and now she already has Harry Osgood as an agent, but this guy's now trying to get her on his team.
And
Jim Morrison, yeah.
Just basically telling her that she needs to ditch Harry at this point, that that he's back on the East Coast in New York, and she is now on the West Coast, and she needs to get a new manager on the West Coast. But she looks at Harry as family. She's been with Harry since the beginning. She's been with Harry since her mutant abilities manifested. So she looks at Harry very much as family and doesn't want to part from him just yet.
Plus, he knows he's one of the few that knows that she's a mutant. And he's still and she saved him as well too. So it's but he's like, you'll come around, it's like, yeah, you'll come around sooner or later.
She saved his life a few times.
It's like, right, sweetheart. Look at this guy. I like this guy. Allie, Dad, Lois, Allie, Dad, Lois, Allie. No, Lois. Nick and I were just having a discussion. I heard, Allie, you were arguing. It's like,
and she's like, you overheard it, but you're not mad at your dad. And she's like, well, no, my dad is that's part of what my dad does. That's part of show business. This is what he does, and he's really good at it. So, and Allison's like, wow, I've never seen this side of you before, but it's show business. That's what he does. It's part of it.
Yeah, Daddy and I had a long talk before, and I know he isn't a saint. It's like, all right.
Yep.
Lois, if you heard it didn't bother you, yes, but I understand Daddy's a rough businessman. So it's just exactly what you're just saying. She's like, yeah, look, he's a rough businessman. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. That's show business.
I think she needs, the problem is that Lois needs her dad, and he is powerful and he's wealthy. And she like, I don't think like Allison can only, help her with moral support, but it's almost like she doesn't think that's enough. She's like, oh, my dad will, because I don't think the dad gives a crap about Lois at all. Like he's like, doesn't really care about her.
Yeah. He seems to just care about what he has going on.
Yeah. Well, Allison is like, you know what?
Take a walk.
I'm gonna go for a walk here. Nice night for a walk.
As she tends to do, which is weird. Like Allison's the type of person that she'll get upset about something and just randomly go to a different state. She'll be like 2 states away just because she gets mad. Like,
right.
Hey, you could have just maybe watched a movie and chilled out for a little bit. You had to go 2 states away, but she does though. She ends up just kind of running away again.
So they're going to San Diego Comic-Con pretty much, right? Like, is that what this is?
She ends up hitchhiking right here, and against her better judgment and against his better judgment, the stranger, because he normally doesn't pick up hitchhikers, she hops in, and he is on his way to a Comic-Con. So we're headed to a Comic-Con, guys.
Yeah. And I think if the hitchhikers looked like Allison, then
Hop on in.
you'd be picking her up more often.
Now, honestly though, just being real, I'm gonna assume that they are batshit crazy. If they look that good and they're walking down the side of the road,
oh yes,
they're batshit crazy and keep going.
There is that. Yeah, it's like why don't you have a ride? Seems like a good dude. Well, his name is Ralph.
Yeah, this stranger, if he looks familiar, there's probably a reason why.
It's like Ralph going to a Comic-Con. Okay, San Diego Comic-Con. When did San Diego Comic-Con start? I've never been. I'm in Canada. There's like,
I don't know, man. I'm on the east. I'm in the southeast, so I've never been to the West Coast.
San Diego Comic-Con. When did it start? I wonder. Is there maybe someone in chat can help us out?
Early 70s, Chris the comic vet said.
Oh, Chris says what? Early 70s. Wow. 70s. 1970. There you go.
Nice.
Wow, that's crazy. The hitchhiker is death. Yeah, don't do that. Hey, Penny, what's going on?
Hey, Penny.
Papa John's, yes.
Nice. I like Papa John's.
That's pizza, right?
Yep.
I like all pizza, pretty much.
I like pretty much all pizza. I even like Little Caesars if it's really hot.
I like Little Caesars. I used to just get a medium and fold it in half and just eat it. Like I love Little Caesars. It used to be really. It's cheap here in Canada, right? It's like $5 or something. Which for you guys, it's like $2.
It's gotten me through so many broke times. So I get mad props to Little Caesars.
Yes, I do. I'm having Hawaiian pizza tomorrow. I like Hawaiian pizza. I like the pineapple on pizza.
I will say I only do pineapple on pizza if there's an equal amount of spice. So you got to have some jalapenos. That's the only way I'll do pineapple.
I can't do jalapenos. It's
got to do the sweet and spicy. I can't just do sweet.
Wow. No, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I can. I can't do. I can do hot, but not too hot.
I gotta have a little balance with the sweet. Can't just do straight on, full on sweet.
So you do this for the ladies.
Absolutely.
All right. So Ralph is giving her some cash.
Yeah, he gives her $20, which back then $20 is a lot more than it is now, obviously. But very kind of a random stranger, and she promises that maybe she'll be able to repay it someday.
Now, this is now explaining what happened last issue where we cut to this military base or whatever, and there's these guys here, and they're the ones that try to attack Allison. They've traced her. They know she's a mutant.
Yep.
The whole Pegasus project stuff. They know about her, and they went to attack her. So that's what happened there. In case, we don't spend much time here. I guess it'll play out later.
Yeah.
I love how every time I start I swear to God, Scott, every time I start a live stream, it like massive messages, and I'm like, and it's all my friends. I'm like, why aren't you guys watching the live stream, bastards? It's like,
I know.
What are you messaging me for? It's like, hey, Jay, can you do this? Like, no, I'm on a live stream right now. I thought you knew on my live streams. Like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I actually said that once, and then my buddy popped in on the chat saying, hey, I've been in the chat the whole time. I'm like, you're lying to me. I can see how many people are in the chat. He doesn't know that I can see how many people are here. Anyways, okay, so that was just just to get people on board, like what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, so cut back to so here's everybody. I saw FK. I saw you sent me something. I didn't see that yet. I saw you sent me something, FK. But I mean, like I've got massive amounts of messages.
This cuts over to the editorial team at Marvel, correct?
Yeah. So do you know any of these people? Okay, so I don't know. I can't recognize anyone just by their looks.
I honestly feel like all of these people are real people. I just can't name them for you. But somebody like Bobby De La Ghetto probably could. But I have a feeling these are all real people on the staff because they're making all sorts of little jokes back and forth right here.
Like, big time. And they said that like Shooter. They say sorry. Shooter was gone, and
I feel like they poke fun at Shooter several times. I did
yeah,
pick that up, but there were some that I could probably pick up better if I knew who they were better.
yeah. See, I don't know I don't know what the creators look like. That's my thing. Even when I go to conventions, I don't know. Steve Ditko in the white shirt.
In the
Oh,
white
okay.
shirt. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, see, like
Now,
we need
the
our
lady
chat.
the lady looks familiar to me.
Let's take a what issues is 30? Let me see. Dazzler 30.
But I'm like you, I don't know what any of them look like. So
yeah, because it's just like, Allison, other characters. So we've got Ralph Macchio. Oh, Louise Simonson.
oh, okay. I do know what he looks like.
Who else? Okay, Harry. Yeah, okay. So Frank Springer's in there.
Okay. Makes sense.
Other assistant editors and Marvel Bulletin staff. So it doesn't list them all.
Okay. Just Marvel staff.
Yeah, so it's like a bunch of other
And it's like they mentioned it's assistant editors month and Shooters not on this issue.
Oh, Bob Harris. So Bob Harris was an assistant. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like a lot. Yeah. Louise Simonson. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Louise.
Okay. So it's making more sense now. Who's hotter? Troy, Starfire, or Dazzler?
Oh, I gotta go with Dazzler.
Man, that's a tough question. They're all really hot. But yeah, you're asking a bunch of Dazzler nuts here. We're both gonna say Dazzler.
Yeah, I have to go with Dazzler.
Yeah.
Chat, let us know who your picks are.
Yeah, who would you guys pick? Probably most. I would say most people would probably go
Donna
with
Troy.
Yeah, Donna Troy or maybe Starfire. But me and you, I know, are gonna go Dazzler all day.
I gotta go Dazzler just because. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, that was all. That was just like for fun. San Diego Comic-Con. They don't show it, but that's what it is. Marvel Comics. You can see Marvel Comics is there. Depends on who's drawing it. Yes, that would.
Good point.
That's true. All right, so she's at the Comic-Con here.
Yep.
And these guys are unloading some crates, and she's like, "Hey, where's that Ralph character?" But meanwhile, these guys are look at this thing. They're unloading this. This is like some sort of mutant detector thing, right? I can't remember exactly why they need to put this here. They're tracking her, right?
Oh yeah, it does. It has an effect on anything with mutant abilities. So they said they know it's going to work. They know that Dazzler's somewhere in the crowd, but they say something about like if there's any other mutants in the crowd, it's going to pick them up too.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like, it's not Cerebro, but your layman's Cerebro, but it has. So this is where I'd stopped the comic, and I went out for a walk, and I was like, this is a cute issue. It's got these little cameos, and it has all this stuff. I was like, there's not really any action. Yeah, so I was telling my wife, I was like, oh, this is kind of a bit of a boring one. It has cute cameos. That's about it. There's not really any action. And I sat down, and then she was reading her manga, and I'm reading this. Is like, holy shit, there's this like monster. So all of a sudden, one of the actual soldiers was a mutant and didn't even know he was one.
Yep.
And it triggered his mutation, and he turns into this like
crazy dinosaur beast.
Purple dinosaur. It's Barney. He turns into
Barney. Yeah. A really fierce Barney. So
yeah. So first appearance of Barney. Check it out on eBay. It's going up in value. Make sure you get it graded. Get a 9.8.
Yeah, we got to get that put on Key Collector. First Barney in Marvel Comics.
See, I told you. It's Barney. I'm telling you, it's the first appearance of Barney.
Yeah.
Well, he just kicks the shit out of everybody. I'll give him that credit.
Going ape shit because it's the feral part of the brain has taken over more so than the human. It even mentions that
I'm wondering if he would have been able. See, this got activated because of the machine. I'm wondering, had he not been activated,
If he
had
would
he
have ever known.
control it and like, maybe become like a, I don't know, an X-Man or something, like who knows?
Maybe I feel like it would have manifested at a later date.
And then it just would have just happened and he wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, he would have just went ape shit at a different date.
Yar.
Baby
I love
bop.
you.
Baby bop and BJ. Awesome.
Okay, so Allison's gonna have to take care of business.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to hurt him because she sympathizes. It's a fellow mutant, is the way she's seeing this. So she really doesn't want, even though he's got thick skin and it appears to be like in really thick impenetrable skin, she still doesn't really want to hurt him.
Yep. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Got an interesting panel here.
Yeah, that is trippy.
Getting some energy, bang, bang, bang. She makes this kind of like breaks this pillar, makes him fall.
Yep.
You should join X Factor.
Yeah.
That's starting tomorrow. No, tomorrow. X Factor 1 is tomorrow.
New X Factor series in stores tomorrow. Can't wait to check it out. Yeah.
I will check it out.
I ordered the window shades cover, the Vecchio cover for it.
Yes, I know you're the I made fun of you on one of my streams. I said my co-host on Dazzler buys like all of the weird like he'll be like, I got this. I'm like, I have no idea what comic that is. And you're like, it's like I never see any of the covers you show. I'm like, I didn't see that at my shop, and my shop does get it all, but
I pre-order everything.
Yeah, I told Chris, I was like, what we should do is change Chris's show. Just let Scotty show every comic, and then we're gonna raise our hand if we also bought it. And it's gonna be called "Show Us What You Got, Scotty." And then it's just going to be, I literally told him, you can ask Chris this tomorrow. I told him, I said because I had Chris on last week or whatever. So I was like, you're going to show it. And then everyone's going to pause. Yeah, I also got that. And then we just move on. And then, because the show will only be 20 minutes, it'll just be, the entire thing will be complete.
Dude, that's actually pretty funny. I like that.
That would be hilarious. And we were laughing our asses off. I was like, that would be hilarious. Because Chris, you want to keep it under an hour? I just solved your problem.
Like, there you go.
Anyways,
yeah, we should do that one week just for fun.
That would be so funny. That actually would be funny. All right, so Dazzler's knocking the pillars on him. That's really cool. Crash. This is a Cur rash. Wow, not just a regular crash.
Yep.
Are you okay, Ralph? She saved Ralph. He better keep her comic going.
That was Ralph, man.
Yeah,
I forgot Ralph.
Thought he could have karate chopped it or something. Come on, I'm not sure.
I know, really.
He's calling the Marvel offices. Don't cancel Dazzler. Keep it going. I love how while the joke storyline, the jokey storyline was that because Ralph was gone, the assistant editor started to make all these stupid changes to the Marvel comics.
Yes,
and
red word bubbles.
Red word bubbles. He's like, I think the word bubble should be red. It's like, okay. And then it's like, oh, never mind. And you could actually see the bubbles are turning back to normal, to white. It's like, okay. So maybe the next issue, maybe they're saying the next issue was a jumping on point. Oh, here's a nice little fun picture.
Yeah, that's a funny little piece at the bottom.
All right, Dazzler number 31. It looks like the Punisher in here.
This is an interesting issue. It introduces a new character, and it's I always wondered just looking at this cover, it was such a different cover from all the rest of the covers. But you realize why after you read the issue, because it's sort of a different story than all the other issues.
It's an interesting one. Champions, I believe I have all the Champion issues. Did you like Champions?
I'm a big fan of the Visions, so I like Viv Vision, and she's part of the Champions, right?
Gosh,
you're talking OG Marvel.
You're talking Hercules, so it's like Hercules.
Oh, no, I like the OG Champions too. Yes, I do like the OG Champions.
Let me check.
I
Hold
thought
on.
you meant
Give me a
like the
second.
new updated ones with Kid Nova and
Oh no. So I'm missing. I've got issue 1. I'm missing 2, 3, 4, 9, 11, and 13 of Champions, and then I've got all the rest. It was a very short-lived series, but it was pretty neat.
I
Is
have the
anyone
first
getting the
issue.
disco?
I know I have the
Dazzler?
first issue.
Oh yeah, there's a new Dazzler's coming out soon, right?
I've been getting some of them. Some of them I just don't like, to be honest with you. I did grab the J. Scott Campbell Storm one last week. It was really good. But I'm only getting some of them because some of them I like. There's one with the Hulk that I really didn't like. There's been a few that I'm just skipping.
I've had to severely decrease my comic buying just because of just things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So I bought X-Men #1, but I did not buy Uncanny X-Men #1 because I flipped through and it didn't look cool to me. I'll get it on digital.
I just been getting one cover for each one of them. But I will say though, for this new Dazzler series that's coming out for issue 1, I went crazy. I went kind of crazy. So
dear.
The week that comes out, I'm gonna have to apologize to Chris.
Oh, I'll be sick that week. I'll be. I'm sorry, I can't come on.
That's gonna be a horrible week, dude. Because I think I ordered one of each cover for.
Oh my god, dude!
Multiple blanks because you gotta have multiple blanks.
Wow. I'll get cover A, or maybe sometimes I'll get one. I'll get 1 or 2 different. I might get like 1 or 2. Like for my and then I like for my iPad background. So if you look at the background on my iPad, it's that, right?
Yeah.
So I've got this cover from whatever issue that was. It's Art Germ, right?
Yeah, that's Art Germ.
So it's like if I see something I like, I'll grab it, but I'm not gonna just grab them all. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I can't do it. It's just like I can't do it right now. I had to decrease. I had to cancel a bunch of books. So anyways,
I understand. No, dude, I totally get it. I trim in other areas of my life. Like I go crazy when it comes to new comic book day, but I'm really, really tight in other areas of my life. So I'll make up for it.
There's a Frightmare in the Falls, which is the Niagara Falls horror movie convention. I mean, Sam Raimi's going to be there. A couple of like Shawnee Smith from Saw, Costas Mandylor from Saw, a bunch of people like Danielle Harris from Halloween, like played Jamie. Scout Taylor Compton is going to be there. I mean, like a bunch of Friday 13 Part 3 people are going to be there. The guy from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, the main guy who played Jesse, the main guy from Nightmare 2, and I've never seen that guy in any conventions. And I like Freddy's Revenge. I know people didn't like that movie that much, but I liked it. So
That's
awesome. I've got to hit all those people up. So
hell yeah, definitely, dude. I picked up the Leatherface issue 1 last week.
Yeah, I see I see your thing. It's like, I mean, I love Leatherface. I've got a Texas Chainsaw 4 poster, which you can't see. I know Part 4 everyone hates it, but the poster was cool. It's like on the wall there. You can't see it. It's because my Dazzler thing's covering it.
Awesome.
Dream Warriors.
Yes.
You know who's my favorite final girl? I will say this and we'll move on. My favorite final girl in any horror movie is Alice from Dream Master.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
When she gets the powers of all of her friends that got killed and she becomes smart, she gets her brother's martial arts and she's got the nunchucks. And it's like, as each character passes away, she inherits their abilities or whatever. Yep. And then she gears up to go actually like fight with Freddy. She's kicking the crap out of him. I was like, yo, this is awesome. I'm like, she's the best character ever, man. I loved her.
And Joe Dog, I also love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Dude, that movie changed my life the first time I saw it. It was freaked me out. It was so crazy. I
love all the Texas Chainsaw. I've got Leatherface. I've got the full Leatherface behind me. I can go. I've got like the mask, not just like, oh, it looks cool. Like it looks like the real mask. Not from Part 1. It looks more like, let's say it looks a little bit more like the remake one, but not exactly. It's sort of like a pre-remake, but like a little bit. It's a mixture of Part 2 mixed with the remake mask. So it's like, I don't remember exactly which one it's exactly from. What a rush. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. We've got a stuntman here, so they're on a movie set.
Yeah, starting on a movie set.
Talking about movies, coincidentally.
Some Hollywood stuff. And she meets this old lady who is the mother of the stuntman that she is watching in infatuation as he does these miraculous stunts and is coming so close to death. And she just finds it fascinating. She's watching and talking to the mother, and the mother's buttering her up because she likes Allison, obviously, and she's going to try to set up a little date or something here. But we got this awesome stunt that he's pulling off, is what you're seeing.
Look at this guy. This is crazy. So this thing it explodes here. Boom. He jumps and falls into this car while it's driving.
While it's going off a cliff. Like right
punches this
goes
guy
off the cliff.
And then goes off the cliff.
And then an explosion, and he walks away from that.
Oh no.
Yep.
Cut. That's right. It's Nick Fury. When did he become a director?
Right. And then he's okay, and she's blown away by it, and his mother's standing there, and that's where we're at.
I like it. Oh, ooh. It's like Bill. What was his name? He's got another Bill Remington.
He just straight up asked her, he's like, right when they meet, he's like, would you marry me? And he's like, he ends up being a funny guy, but right at the beginning, he comes on extremely strong.
He's pretty funny. He's actually a pretty funny guy.
Funny dude, but at first he comes on incredibly strong though.
Yeah. It's like, all right, it's like no sports cars though. Yeah, no problem. It's like Bill Remington, actor. Howdy, man.
He offers to buy her a car right off the bat. Yeah,
he's just being really funny. It's like, I wish you all the best, dear. You seem so nice. Okay. Come back over here soon. Thanks for showing me the apartment. It's perfect. So she's looking for an apartment. No mutants. I love how he's like, I don't want any mutants around here.
Yeah, that was the only thing. That was the big rule. Like they seem like they like Allison, but they're like the only thing that would disqualify would be no mutants allowed. Can't rent to mutants, so they can't know that she's a mutant, obviously.
Right. Just this is shaping up to be Three's Company. You got to keep it.
Yeah. You got some landlords there. She just needs a couple roommates.
Yeah. She needs a couple. Yeah. So anyway, she's looking for a job. She's going to be this dance instructor.
Yeah. She shows up and starts showing off her moves and gets hired. And this guy hires her to be a dance instructor and teach these aerobics classes.
Guess who shows up?
Her boy from the stunt man. I can't remember his name, but he shows up with jokes.
Remington.
And he happens to be a member of the gym. He swears he's not following her or anything.
Right.
And then, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, I was going to say Bill Remington. That's his name.
Okay. I was just going to say we have the mandatory Dazzler in a bath towel panel.
Yep.
Got to get that every couple of issues.
Talking to Harry. Now, Harry basically lets her go here.
Yeah, this is really actually this hurt my heart to read, actually, because Harry's been part of the story since the beginning. And here he lets her know that she has outgrown his services at this point. He's on the East Coast. She's a star on the West Coast. He can no longer provide for her. So he lets her go.
And then Lance is in there, and the secretary, remember, she doesn't like her. She's like, oh, good riddance and all that.
Yeah, and then Lance finally lets her have it. Like, man, you've been a bitch to her this whole time. You need to slow your roll, basically, in a nice way.
Well, she got some flowers from Bill,
and we got here we are the next day at her aerobics class where she's teaching her class, and what's the stunt guy's name? I keep forgetting.
Just say Bill or Remington. Think of Remington Steele. Remington. Bill. Remington.
Yeah. Well, they're at the dance, and he ends up, like I was saying earlier, he ends up being a pretty funny guy. And he's back and forth with the jokes, but yeah, he's pretty funny. He ends up kind of winning me over with the jokes. I thought he was a cool guy by the end of the issue.
Yeah, I thought he was really funny, and he keeps making it's like, talk about a cheap date. It's like, it makes fun of everything. Is the Pope Polish? It's like, okay. So now he's going back to his stunt. Goes off on his motorbike here.
Yeah, another
Got
crazy
a burning
one.
house.
This one's kind of doesn't work out the way he plans on it.
Yeah. So they're able to put the fire out, but he gets caught a little bit. Bill. Oh Lord, Allie, it's okay. It's like, relax, babe. There's no sweat. All in a day's work. Now, how about dinner?
Yeah, he's okay.
Oh, it's funny because he actually was on fire, and she's like, "How can you think about food?" He's like, "Something reminded me of cooking," because he was cooking. That's funny.
Smelled his own burning hair, probably.
All right, so they got a little. She uses her power here to light the candles.
Yeah, she mentions right here. It's funny. She is walking around the house illuminating light just naturally, and she almost answers the door that way, and he doesn't know she's a mutant. So she's like, geez, it's a good thing I just thought about, or I just thought to deactivate my powers before I opened the door. She's now just walking around the house illuminating light naturally.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. You never see her do that before.
Yeah. That's cool. That is cool.
She just walks around glowing now.
All right. Let's, I mean, she's wearing look at this outfit. Oh my goodness. Now they're on the couch here, getting some. It's like, oh, but Bill, I don't understand. Did I do something wrong? So it's like, what? He gets a bit miffed here. It's like, come on, baby, grow up. You're not in high school anymore. So he gets a little bit like testy with her. She's like, well, what's going on? And then he's like, okay, why bother? It's like, I don't understand. What did I do? It's like, look, just forget it. You're not interested. It's my life. It's a story of my life. And he gets all like pissy. It's like, all right, let's take a walk. So we've got this thing now where there's like this giant like storm coming.
Yeah, they're taking a car ride, and they notice all the traffic, or they're taking a car ride towards his house because he's like, let's take a ride towards my place, and all the traffic is coming back in their direction. So they're like, what the hell's going on? Everybody else is coming our way, and it just seems really weird. And what's happened is there's been an earthquake, and there is a big tidal wave coming, and it's basically headed towards where he's driving to. It's headed towards his house, and they're headed towards these big tidal waves basically at this moment. But he still wants to go because the house is everything that he owns. That's all he has. So he wants to go to his things.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does look.
Like, whoa! Like, look at this. It's crazy.
Obviously, this really, really devastating storm, and the artists do a good job of showing that.
Yeah, it really looks good. It's beautiful. Yeah, a lot. It's like, okay, so he takes his jacket off. Bill, please, that wave is going to hit any minute. So she's kind of like, we really need to leave now.
Yeah, and
he's got to save his
Giant
Size X-Men 1. Yeah.
He's got to save it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, he was saying everything that he's ever built up, he's worked his whole life on this place and making this place what it is. And he came from nothing, and he just doesn't want to leave it at this point. So he's going to stay, and he wants her to stay with him.
Right.
And they have this romantic moment, but it's interrupted by the storm very quickly. And she realizes that, I want to live. I don't want to die. So she's going to take off.
Mm-hmm.
And when she takes off, he starts to change his mind.
Yeah, and then he kind of runs out with her.
But by then it's too late, and they are caught up in the storm together, whether they like it or not at this point.
All right. Joe Dog, yes. Aliens, the second one. The first one looks good. I have the first one on 4K. I didn't buy the Aliens 4K because it looks like they like CGI'd their faces or something weird. So he's got to go. Did you, sorry?
Oh, no, dude. I was just going to mention here in a couple of panels, we're going to get to see her demonstrate her powers in a way that we've never seen them demonstrated before. So I'll let you go ahead, man.
The water's going crazy here. So she goes back for him. So she leaves, he stays, but then he comes to his senses and leaves, but she doesn't know that he left. So she goes back. That's what's going on.
Yep. And she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to do at this point. Mother Nature's going to do what it's going to do, and it looks pretty devastating. So she does the only thing that she knows to do, and emits this huge blast of light. And it basically, I don't know how the science really works behind this, comics, I guess, but it sizzles the water, it evaporates the water at a high rate and reduces the impact of the wave. So
this is, I don't really know how this this is what my friend Clobberin times, he would call it Batman logic.
Yes.
Oh, how can you do that? Oh, Batman, because it's Batman. It's like one of those, like, oh yeah, Batman can just do it because he can.
Yeah, comics. Yeah,
comics. Yeah, it's comics.
That's all you can say. I mean, because it's a really cool demonstration of her power, but I don't, that little bitty blast with that size of a wave, there's no way that's going to do much. But here we are.
And Bobby is saying she's experiencing a flood of emotions.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. I see what you did. Ali. It's like, okay, she picks her up. She's all drowned. Brings her in, wraps her up in a nice coat, gives her some coffee. Yep. Whoa! Look at that! What she's wearing there. Top. Wow. It's like, all right, and then it's like, and now you play the Incredible Hulk theme song. Ding 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 ding.
That nice.
Walking away. Next issue, the biggest, wildest all-girl barroom brawl. Oh, awesome.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Inhumans! Whoa!
Oh, yeah, we got the Inhumans. This is our only, besides Ralph Macchio, this is our only real special appearances tonight.
Yeah. All right. Before we do the final book of the night, what do you got going on your channel? I'll let everybody know, and I want to show. So I've pinned the link. Make sure you guys are subscribed. So it's SVon82. The link is there. So what do you got going on your channel?
Okay. I've been dropping these videos every Monday where I talk about underground erotic adult comic books. So if you enjoy indie comics, underground adult erotic comic books, and you want to learn about something taboo that maybe you've never heard about before, go check them out. I did one on Cherry Pop Tart, and I'm dropping one tomorrow on Omaha the Cat Dancer. So I'm going to have these weekly. And also every Monday, Comic Book Addicts, I'm live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time with different artists, comic book collectors, writers, just different fun people from the comic book community. And we're having a blast talking about comic books. So come hang out with us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Did we miss any? All right, Penny, take it easy. Thank you so much. Philly cheesesteak. Yes. I'd cancel my own stream for that.
I love Philly. I actually had a really good steak sub sandwich for dinner.
Oh, I had a tuna sandwich. I do love tuna though. So look at this. You got San. Yes, you had me at erotic. That's, I know. I was like, oh,
every Wednesday I'll be doing a different book. So
awesome. All right. Well, this one, we've got
check this opening panel out right here. Check this opening. Boom. There you go.
We have Mike Carlin, co-plotter, and scripter, Mark Bright as penciler, Vince Coletta as inker, Ralph Macchio as the editor, and Jim Shooter editor-in-chief. Okay. All right. So this is so remember, so Dazzler had that job.
Physical.
Yeah. Let's get physical. It's like, whoa.
What is that? Who does that song? I'm drawing a blank now. The Grease chick, right?
It's not Olivia Newton-John, is it?
Yes, Olivia Newton-John. Is that who does the? Yeah, I think so. I could be dead wrong.
I don't know. Let's see. Physical. It is Olivia Newton-John. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I could have been dead wrong on that, but yeah, that's what that reminds me of. And it says, "Let's get physical" in the background. But she's doing the aerobics class again. That's where we start off, and Lockjaw teleports him and Medusa in the middle of her aerobics class and freaks everybody out. So
yeah,
that's what's going on.
Heck the what? I'm just looking at FK sent me something. Pineapple pizza is delicious. Which, oh no, he sent me a FK in the chat, sent me a picture of someone getting crucified for liking pineapple on pizza. So
Oh wow.
that's not nice. Yeah, Lockjaw appears. Moonlighting. Remember Moonlighting, the TV show with Sybil Danning and not Sybil Danning, Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis.
And that's the fun thing about this Dazzler series is it's a real reflection of the times, and you get so many Easter eggs. If you grew up in those times, there's so many Easter eggs of the era in these books.
It's like Medusa, Lockjaw, what are you doing here? You're scared away all of the patrons.
Dude, Medusa, I just want to add, I love the way that Medusa is drawn in this book. I don't know what it is, but I just really like the way that she's drawn in this.
Yeah, I love Medusa. Joe Dog, yes, one of his favorite Inhumans. I love Medusa as well.
What do you think about the way she's drawn in this, Joe Dog?
I like it. I like her. I've got a bust of Medusa. It's pretty. It's not exactly this, but it's this look, almost closely exactly this look. Sometimes they toy a little bit with the design of her costume, but I like this here.
Yeah, I dig it. I think it's cool.
So was this Absorbing Man? I can't remember who this was.
Yeah, it's flashing back. She basically showed up. Lockjaw teleports Medusa to get Allison's help. They need help figuring out what's going on the dark side of the moon because their home base is on the blue side of the moon. They need help. There's something going on the dark side of the moon, and Allison, of course, with her light powers, they need her. But Allison says that she's got a new job. And she can't just leave her responsibilities on Earth anymore to run off and be a superhero.
Right.
She's still fighting the superhero thing. But now Medusa reminds her right here about, well, hey, remember when Black Bolt came to your aid when Absorbing Man was wrecking everybody's shit? We helped you out, and now you're not willing to help. She's kind of just throwing it out there like, hey, we helped you.
You owe me.
Yeah. So that's where we're at here.
Olivia Newton-John.
And
wait, what is it? Sorry.
Fill you guys in. For anybody that's not familiar, I think it was like issue 19 or 20. Dazzler battled Absorbing Man. And if you guys are aren't familiar with Absorbing Man, he's incredibly powerful. And Dazzler would not have been able to take him out if it weren't for Black Bolt's assist.
Yeah, and that's a powerful team.
Yes, it took Black Bolt and Dazzler combined powers to be able to take him out. So,
with our powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Okay, so we need you. We helped you. You help us. That's how it goes, Daz. Dazzler's like, but I can't just leave my job. And they're like, oh, so Medusa actually says, okay, like she actually says, no, I'm not going to do it. And then she tells everyone to come back and finish the dance. So she actually does say no. Dazzler does say no.
Yeah, and she's like, she goes and gets the rest of the people from the class and assures them that they won't have another teleporting dog show up in the middle of the room.
So, and then as she's leaving, this is her friend. She meets up with this girl here, and they go out for a little bit of a, coffee or drink.
A little girl chat, girl time, whatever you girls do.
Yeah, I love how she sees Medusa and Lockjaw. It's like, oh no, they're still here. So she goes over to them and says, hey, like, what the heck are you doing? I love the disguise here. How are you going to disguise Lockjaw?
Yeah. How do you disguise that big ass thing?
Like, yeah, that's weird.
And like her long flowing red hair, and she's just like covered up in a little yellow drape.
Yeah, like literally her hair goes down to her ankles or
half naked, hair down to her ankles. Nah, nobody will recognize her.
Yeah. It's like, and she agrees. She's like, I have to be back in time for my class tomorrow.
Yeah, promise me. You got to make me a promise. I'll be back by 7 a.m. tomorrow. And she's like, done.
Oh, here we go.
So she's now on the moon.
Yeah.
And they're going to investigate what's going on the dark side because there's some sort of disturbance. So what they do first off, Crystal, part of the Inhumans, her significant other, of course, is Quicksilver. They send Quicksilver out to just do a quick scan. He runs around and he doesn't see anything. He comes back empty-handed. He doesn't see anything, but they know that there's a disturbance.
FK saying hair down to her ankles. She needs a wax her legs. And yes. I
Ah,
mean her hair. Come on, stop it. I love that Dazzler's in this like workout like this weird outfit. Like, what is this? Like, it's like Superman. It's like a Supergirl outfit almost. All right, it's like, okay, so this darkness keeps like, so it looks like the darkness is sort of like engulfing or just like, consuming everything.
yeah. And they can't figure out what's going on, but there's definitely something out there. And we get an explanation right here why Quicksilver wasn't able to see it. It's because I can't remember the guy's name. We got Moonstone on the left, and I can't remember the guy on the right, but the guy on the right, he has the ability to basically camouflage them in black, in like
right.
So they're able to breathe on the moon, and they're able to be cloaked basically in the darkness with his abilities.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I thought I wrote his name down somewhere.
And what he is doing is he's cloaking Moonstone. Moonstone needs to be on the moon to charge her powers.
Oh, it's Blackout. Duh.
Blackout. Okay. Blackout is basically blacking them out while Moonstone uses the moon to charge her abilities so that she can get revenge on the Avengers for what they did to them. They foiled one of her plans in the past. So
right.
She's basically charging up. She needs the moon, and he's cloaking her. So
she looks a little bit like Ultraman.
Yeah, this is a weird version of Moonstone. I don't remember ever seeing her look like that.
Yeah, it's literally Ultraman's helmet. Like it's got like those bug eyes and all that. What about Brownout? No, there's no Brownout. And Maximus the Mad. Bobby says Maximus the Mad is the biggest Dazzler fan. He's got all that.
Don't bring up Brownout.
I love Dazzler. This should be Dazzler's superhero outfit. Like this, like these like baggy sleeves and like it's like all right.
It's a
I love that I love. It's like wow, she's gorgeous. Oh my god.
Yeah, look at that panel. He's got the cheesiest
like, whoa.
look on his face.
I
like how she slaps him in the back. It's like, yo, eyes on the prize here. Like,
yeah, because he gets distracted, and for that split second, while he's like in dreamland looking at Allison, they're not cloaked. For a split second, he's not cloaking them. Right. He loses concentration. So she smacks him up because his dumbass basically got them seen by the Inhumans. They know what's going on now.
Oh, damn you.
So Allison and her good looks.
Yeah, save the day again. Okay, so now Black Bolt again is providing some energy.
Yeah, they're going to do the same thing. They have this awesome, what's it called when Colossus launches Wolverine? And they do that.
Oh, fastball special or whatever.
Yeah. See, Black Bolt and Dazzler have this little.
We need
a fastball special. It's pretty badass.
We need a name for this. There should be a
they
name.
do. They need a name for this combo, but this is a deadly combo.
Yeah, I mean, like
Dazzler projecting Black Bolt's voice. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like they're nailed.
Boom. Like, I don't understand how that wouldn't, like, just wipe somebody off of the moon, just evaporate them, honestly.
I mean, the power behind that would be, like, intense light.
Because,
but I guess
I would have thought just Black Bolt alone would have wiped them out. So you're putting Dazzler's power with his, I would have thought it would just evaporate. They'd just be nothing. But check this out. Check out the effects, her powers in that panel. That's pretty cool.
You know, it's funny too, and I know you have these figures, but the Dazzler, you see this circle with these little circles. That's exactly what you get with the Dazzler figure.
Yeah, the Hasbro Marvel Legends.
The Hasbro Legends, yeah.
The blast accessories, yeah.
Right, like it's like you can put it around her hand, so like it looks like she's blasting.
You get them with a bunch of different figures. There'll be different color variations.
Yeah, the Dazzler ones are like this kind of purpley yellow. Moonstone is one of the founding members of the Bolts. She also posed as Ms. Marvel. Oh, with the Dark Avenger School.
Yeah, she is. She is a part of the Thunderbolts, and she looks a lot different than she does right there.
There's Quicksilver. I got a Quicksilver tattoo right there.
Nice. I've always been a Quicksilver fan, honestly. I know people pick Flash over Quicksilver, but I'm a Quicksilver fan.
I like Quicksilver also. I also like Crystal. I have a bust of Crystal over there too.
I like Crystal as well, which I always thought Inhumans were pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that's an unpopular opinion.
Well, every Friday we've been doing Fantastic Four. We're on issue 70 of Fantastic Four. We've gone from 1 through set, like how we're doing Dazzler.
Yep.
I've been doing Fantastic Four, so we're on issue 70. So we've got the Inhumans, and they've just been badass. I think the Jack Kirby Inhumans are 10 out of 10. I think what's happened is that they've been diluted by people who don't know how to use the characters. So the general opinion is that, oh, they're not that cool. That's what's happened.
I could see that for sure. But like it's weird how like characters that I didn't like as a kid, characters that I thought were boring as a kid, like Karnak, for example.
Right.
I really think that Karnak has an interesting set of abilities.
I agree.
As an adult, but as a kid, he was boring to me.
Right. And the thing is, see, we wouldn't have been reading. We're like somewhat. I'm 77. You're 82. 1982. I'm 1977. We're somewhat, not that far removed. By the time you would have been in there, you wouldn't have had the cooler Inhumans, right? It's only going back and saying, "Oh, let me read these now." Yeah. As adult, I thought Ant-Man was boring too. Joe Dog just says Ant-Man, but yeah, Karnak is awesome. Like reading these issues now on my Friday streams, you're just like, oh shit, man, Inhumans. And like Gorgon, like when his first appearance, he's like leveling, like it's like he's like stomping and leveling stuff. You're like, whoa, this is crazy. Yeah. What keeps you looking that young? I don't know. Do I look young? I have white. I have a gray beard. I don't have any vices unless you count buying movies. That's my only vice. Otherwise, I have no vices. I don't. I've never been drunk. I've never taken any drugs. I never smoke anything. I don't.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. I never got around to it.
I wasted way too much time doing that kind of stuff. Way too much time. I regret it, man. Honestly.
Stop it, FK. You're killing me here. Yeah. All right. Okay. So back to look at this. This is awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is really cool.
This is really cool. Look at the amount of light here. That's just killing it.
It's and it's such an overwhelmingly just spectacular amount of light coming off the moon that it's able to be seen from Earth, and it catches the attention of the Fantastic Four, and in particular Reed Richards.
I love that. Reed's like, what the hell's going on up there? Yeah. What is that?
It's able to be seen from Earth, obviously. And Crystal, Reed hits up the Inhumans, and Crystal's on the screen. She's like, it's all good. Everything's handled. We don't need you guys up here. And Reed's just like, well, we'll be on standby. Hit us up if you need us.
Yeah. I love the details of the screen. You see the blue kind of like haze lines. That's so cool.
Yes.
The details. You'd think, that Reed would have better technology to not have those lines, but still.
This is back in the day, man. They still had the lines on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's wearing this. Yeah, so because I've been covering the Fantastic Four every Friday, we're only on issue 70, so they still have your original Jack Kirby designs. It's still Kirby working on it. Kirby stays till 102. Yeah, this is the did you like this? When I was getting into Fantastic Four, when Fantastic Four was around, because I never got into Fantastic Four until I started doing the stream, but this is what they look like to me, this white, and this is the negative zone look or whatever. Did you like this look for Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I always liked it. Yeah, that's what, when I picture them in my head, that's what I picture the costume looking like. Yeah.
All right, so back to over here with the light blasting and, with Black Bolt giving the energy. Blackout falls. He's down. Quicksilver grabs him.
you would think, like, I would have thought it would have evaporate them, but instead it just lays him out. But they're not breathing. They were using his power, his cloaking ability, like they were able to breathe inside of it. So now that he's not doing that and he's out, he's not able to breathe at least. So Quicksilver grabs him and rushes off before he dies.
Yeah. And then he grabs the girl as well. Yay, we did it. It's like getting some hugs here from everybody.
Yeah, Allison developed a crush for the one dude from the Inhumans. I don't know his name. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't. This guy does. I don't think.
I don't know. He's one of the lesser known ones. Bobby, you might know. What's that dude's name from the Inhumans?
It says Banth.
Banth. Yeah, that's his name. I never even heard of him, but apparently he's one of the Inhumans. Yeah,
I only know Jack Kirby's Inhumans from what I've read in Fantastic Four. And I've tried to look at the Inhumans later on. It didn't look as interesting to me. And the TV series was not that great. I only watched a couple of episodes. So Inhumans kind of have a bad rap, but they're pretty damn cool. You thought it was is that Maximus? Bobby?
I've heard of I know who Maximus is.
Maximus is the brother, right? He's mad. So I don't know unless he became sane at this point. We're so removed from what I'm reviewing though. Because I'm in the early, we're talking issue 70. So we're still early on in Fantastic Four. So this is way later. So I don't know what the hell's happened in between what I'm reading and this. Yeah. That's one thing about reviewing comics and the way I'm doing them, where I'm just going to series that are interesting to me. And it's like one I'm reading that, I'm Legion of Superheroes. We've done for Legion of Superheroes, we're on episode 52 of my live stream, and we do 3 issues. So we've covered 150 appearances of the Legion of Superheroes, and we're still with Mike Grell. We're not even getting into they're still part of Superboy. They're not even their own series yet. That's how crazy it is. That's how many appearances they've had. So it's very tough to keep all this in your head. That's why I've just got tons of notes everywhere. It's otherwise I forget what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I was actually thinking about that earlier today. I hate that I can't retain everything that I read, but I read so much that I just end up forgetting a lot of it.
Yeah. And there's my casual, I'm reading all the Spawn comics. I'm reading Judge Dredd magazine. I'm reading 2000 AD. That's just for my casual reading. And then I've got the reading for streams. Then I've got the reading to do a review. So I had to review X-Men #1 a couple weeks ago. I got to review Wolverine, Deadpool, World War, Wade Wilson III or whatever, issue 3 of that.
Yeah.
Deep Cut I haven't started yet.
It's pretty fun.
Fun. Yeah, it looks good. So there's just there's so many. So I'm doing reviews for the channel, video reviews. Now I'm doing reading for the streams, plus my casual reading that I like to read. Plus, I read books. I'm trying to finish this damn Star Trek book I got where 7 of 9 goes back in the past. So it's 7 of 9 goes back in the past and meets up with Kirk and Spock and Bones and all that. So this is kind of a neat book. And I've still got I'm a little bit more than halfway through. So, I mean, I can barely remember anything.
We're getting old.
All right. So anyways, they did it all. They're going to teleport her back.
Yes.
So this is crazy. They teleport her back. But she wakes up late.
Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny. She gets home, she lays down in bed. It shows the clock saying 8:44, and she's like, "Oh, it feels so good to be in bed." And then 8:45, a minute later, her alarm goes off. She has to get up. It's I feel like we've all had mornings like that, especially when we were younger and stayed up probably too late and was irresponsible. But I know I've had days like this, and it's a nightmare at work the next day.
Yeah, I mean, I usually go to bed around 11:30 or something.
Yeah,
and I wake up at around 6. So I usually wake up at around 6 at normal time. I don't even need an alarm. I just wake up.
I mean, we gotta have the sleep now, but back in the day, though.
Oh yeah, you'd just be up, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, the end. Look at this. So this is gonna be the next. Oh my God, Chiller.
Yeah, really we continue with the Sienkiewicz. I'll never say his name right. We'll continue with the awesome Sienkiewicz covers, but this is a tribute to like J-Man was saying, a tribute to Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah. So that'll be on the next stream. Now, these aren't as regular because the thing is, Tuesdays for me are somewhat busy. So we usually try to like schedule these whenever we can kind of fit them in.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, the next like couple Tuesdays is pretty much out. So I'll let you know. Maybe the next one will be sometime in September, maybe early mid or to mid September.
Okay, sounds good to me, man.
And we're for right now, we're still going in order. Dazzler, what I like about the Dazzler series is that it's very straightforward. It's like, okay, 33, 34, 35, like we're just going to do the next 4. When we get to the final stream, which will be issues 41 and 42, you've picked a couple that we're going to tack on to give it 4, and then that'll conclude it, because I'll have to then at that point I've got to move on to other topics. You want that Thriller cover? Nice.
I got some good ones for us.
There are times of record hockey say at 11 p.m. I didn't fall asleep until after 6 a.m. Wow.
Yeah, one of the extra stories that I picked, well, one of them definitely we got to do the What If story, but the other one was a story that's from Marvel Fanfare. I think it's issue 38, and it's continuing the feud with Dazzler and Rogue. So if you were watching and you're a fan of Rogue, that's going to be a fun story. It kind of continues the rivalry. So
Marvel Fanfare
38. It's got a Moon Knight on the cover.
Okay, Moon Knight on the cover. Okay, so yeah, so Dazzler's in that, even though it's Moon Knight.
Yeah, it's a Dazzler. There's a short story with Dazzler and Rogue on the inside. It continues that issue with where they fight.
All right, let me make sure because I don't own that. Let me make sure that this. I'm gonna have to read this one. It
won't take you long. It's a short story.
Yeah, fair. I gotta make sure I can. I gotta make sure I can find it though. Hold on.
Like that and the What If would make one comic book combined.
I think the What If is in the what's it called? What we've been just looking at was the omnibus. I think it's in the omnibus.
Okay, it probably is.
So let me see if this Dazzler one is in here. Is it the end story?
I think so. There's like I think the first one's like
okay.
Iron Man trapped in King Arthur times, or I don't know.
Yep. Okay, I got it. It's here. Okay, so cool. We can read it.
Yeah, both of those would be pretty quick. But yeah, Dazzler as a herald to Galactus. That's a great story. Oh, dude, since the last Dazzler stream that we did, I picked up that statue.
Oh, let me full screen you on that. That is awesome. I love it.
Diamond Select statue.
Yes, I know it. I know it well. Love it.
Finally picked it up. I've been wanting this for a long time. It looks really good.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yes, that is awesome. And I made sure and we all have our matching shirts too. We've got both versions now. Yes. I'm glad you got.
I've been wearing them.
I messaged my buddy and I was like, I said, listen, this guy does streams with me. Can you help me out? He loves Dazzler. I was like, whatever you could do to help me out. And he's like, so he just sent you there is only those two. I think he sent you whatever they have. So that's
there was two, the first appearance and then the one you're wearing. I only expected one. So I was freaking out. It was awesome.
Yeah. So so that's Eddie from Bearded Shirts. He's the owner of where I get all of the stuff. And he's like a super cool. I literally just message him and say, hey, can you, what can you do? He's like, yeah, no problem. And he just like, and I try, and sometimes he'll say, send me a list. I'm like, I feel like I don't want to take advantage of the guys. So he just messaged me yesterday. He's like, send me a list. So I'm getting a Red Sonja. I'm getting the Dawnstar, first appearance of Dawnstar Legion. Nice. And I'm getting Wolverine #1 where he's like standing like this over top of the bodies and he's got the claws out.
Yeah. Volume 2, issue 1.
Volume 2, issue 1. So I'm getting that. And I literally, I could have gotten like so many more. I'm like, okay, I can't. Like, because this guy's like so nice. He's like, yeah, tell me what you want. I'm like, okay, I can't go too crazy. I feel bad. But that's why I didn't say just send Scotty whatever. I just said he loves Dazzler. What can you do for me? Because he had sent me this, and I don't think this is on sale. I'll show it to you. Hold on. See? It's like a flag or something.
Oh man, that's cool.
I don't think, hey, Ravenscroft, I don't think that's for sale. I think he customed that for me.
That's
because
really cool. Yeah,
I don't see it on sale. A few people in the Dazzler, I'm in a Dazzler group on Facebook, and people have asked me, oh, where'd you get that? And I was like, well, I got it from beardedshirts.com. And they're like, we don't see it on there. I'm thinking, oh, he may have customed that for me.
Yeah.
Because I was telling him, mostly we do Legion. He's mostly a Legion of Superheroes guy, but he's branched out to, he's got like Secret Wars now stuff. And he's got X-Men, a bunch of X-Men stuff as we, so it's like, yeah, I love the 97. That's awesome. But yeah, like, so I guess he just sent this to, he sent it to me. I was like, oh shit, I've been telling people. I was like, oh no, so he did it just custom for me.
That's
what's
awesome.
Ravenscross? Bo Derek was going to play Derrida. Yeah. So guys, just so you know, Taylor Swift was not Dazzler. Everybody was thinking she might be Dazzler. I knew she wasn't going to be. There's no way they would have kept that under wraps for that long.
Ravenscroft, you did. That is true. They tried to make that happen. They were in talks with Bo Derek and her husband, and they were looking at making a movie and having her possibly play Allison. It just never came into fruition. But actually, Dazzler, oddly enough, was initially going to be modeled after Grace Jones,
Yes.
which is a black woman and looks nothing like what Allison looks like today. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I like Grace Jones in her films like Vamp and obviously Conan the Destroyer, which is one of my favorite movies, and she's in the Bond picture View to a Kill. So she's great, but like that, I can't even imagine that being Dazzler at this point. Like,
it would be more like what Storm looks like.
Yeah, and Storm is perfect. Like Storm is one of those characters that just like was perfectly designed. Like it's just like she just like all comes together in a good package, and some of these characters, they're just so ingrained you can't really change. I can't imagine what it would be like. Even for movies, like you always see like, oh, like Eric Stoltz was supposed to be in Back to the Future, and you're just like, what? Like, and then you could see footage. They shot footage with them, and you're like,
oh wow,
this is weird. It's like, where's Michael J. Fox? Why is this? And then even with like Indiana Jones, it was going to be Magnum. What's his name? Magnum PI. What the hell's his name? Oh, God.
Or hearing like voice actors that God, what was it like? Paul Rubin, the voice of Pee Wee Herman, was initially going to be the voice for some character, some big character, and they ended up being crap. I can't remember who it was. Oh man, I just went blank. But yeah,
that's okay. But I know what you're saying. Like it's like you're like, oh, that's weird. It's your Tom Selleck. There you go, Tom Selleck. Yeah, Tom Selleck. I think was supposed to be Indiana Jones. And you're just like, that's weird. I think it was supposed to be Tom Selleck. Let me see.
There's a bunch of examples like that.
But yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to end it off there, I think. So tomorrow, I'm going to be on the Action Elite tomorrow. So we're talking about Kickboxer and Bloodsport, so make sure you guys check that out. Nice. And then Thursday, I'm going to go see Alien Romulus. Sweet. I will post my review of that. And then Friday is Fantastic Friday, so Fantastic Four, man, it's going to be good. So, all right, well, Scotty, thanks so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun. This is great. I love doing these.
Always fun.
So thank you to all of the Legionnaires, and thank you to everybody in the chat for joining us for this one. That's it. Until next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.